Welcome to the Restaurant Show. I'm your host, Jessa Jeremiah. We have a great show for you today. We are going to be talking about a vegan restaurant called the Cheese Factory. You're going to want to stick around because we're talking pie and hummus. We've also got the Egg and I joining us with a fabulous summertime menu, and Sliced Deli makes one of his favorite sandwiches. It's all on your guide to the best restaurants in town, so you can skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go coming up on the Restaurant Show.
Welcome back to the Restaurant Show, and a gorgeous spread like this can only mean one thing. We're joined now by Sage and Lily from the Cheese Factory restaurant. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I am awesome. So we're talking hummus today.
We are, but before we talk hummus, I need to make a correction.
Okay.
During our last show, I mentioned that the Cheese Factory was going to be relocating to Baraboo at the end of the summer. That is still true. However, we are not going to be changing our name to the No Regrets Cafe. We've decided to keep the name the Cheese Factory Restaurant. So that's clear.
Which is really more in line with No Regrets anyway. Just keep that name and don't look back.
Exactly, no regrets. Thanks for that.
Well, awesome, awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about hummus, because I love hummus. What is hummus?
It's a Middle Eastern, classic Middle Eastern dip or spread made primarily from garbanzo beans, olive oil, lemon juice, tahini, which is a sesame butter, similar to any kind of a nut butter, garlic, and a little salt. So we're going to get right into it. Lily's going to demonstrate. We're going to add our garbanzo beans. You can use canned, or you can cook your own from dry.
Okay, all right.
And then now we're going to add the olive oil mixed with the lemon juice and some of the cooking liquid of the garbanzo beans, the stuff that's in the can if you're using canned.
Sure.
Or if you're cooking it yourself. There goes the tahini.
Tahini.
Tahini. It's like a nut butter. Like instead of almond butter, it's a butter made from sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds butter. Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it's delish.
All right. All right. I had not heard of putting that in hummus before. Is that a pretty standard ingredient?
Yes.
Wow. Shows you how much I know about hummus.
Exactly.
So this is some garlic there.
Now you can also, people like to make hummus, different variations of it. They sometimes add roasted red peppers, or sun-dried tomatoes, or cumin, or curry. But we like to keep ours classic and traditional, straight hummus.
There you go. Yeah, and that's I just love the way it tastes. Doesn't matter to me what's in it. I just love the way it tastes. It's delicious. Yeah. So. Now you guys have your 25th anniversary coming up here. Oh, you want to talk about this?
Well, I just wanted to demonstrate that we're not going to go through the entire processing spiel.
Okay.
But when we get done, we end up with something that looks like this and tastes delicious. And actually, while I'm on it, I'm going to show you how you can use this at home.
Okay.
By grabbing a flour tortilla or a flatbread and just smearing the hummus on it. And then we're going to do a little Kalamata olives, and we're going to do some sun-dried tomatoes. And then last but not least, we're going to put some fresh greens on, just like that. And then we're going to dress it.
Yep.
And there you have it. That's one way to use the hummus. Another way to use the hummus is the way we serve it at the Cheese Factory. That's how they say it in the Middle East.
Okay.
Is just the way we have it here with some flatbread, some Kalamata olives, and we have here a stuffed portobello mushroom with hummus. And then down over here we have some quinoa salad. Instead of tabbouleh, normally the hummus in the Middle East, they serve it with tabbouleh, which is made from bulgur. It's a grain.
Okay.
And there you go.
Wow, okay. So hummus, there's so many different uses, and you guys are so good about talking about the different ways that the things that you make at the Cheese Factory can be used. So,
yes.
And that's in your recipe book? Is that in your cookbook?
It's in the cookbook right here. This cookbook is available at the Cheese Factory restaurant or on Amazon.
Okay, very good, very good. 25 years as the Cheese Factory restaurant. You want to tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing?
Well, we opened 25 years ago in the Dells, in the building that we're in now, which used to house an old cheese factory, which is why why the name is the Cheese Factory. And when we opened as a vegetarian restaurant. So we had omelets and we had cheese sandwiches and quiches and that sort of thing. And I think it was June 21st, which is just coming up again on 25 years that we opened.
Wow.
And so it's our silver jubilee.
Yes.
And we do have a special that we're going to be calling the Blue Plate Special in honor of a dear, dear friend of ours who we like to call the old man. He used to love potato salad, so we have a Blue Plate Special which consists of his favorite potato salad and something we call chicken fingers on toast. So it's battered, pan-fried chicken made from soy, so it's all plant-based, of course, served on grilled multi-grain flatbread with some mustard sauce, tomatoes, cucumbers, and some garnishes. So we'll be doing that for our Silver Jubilee anniversary.
Awesome. And how many, is that run just one day? Or
No, we're probably going to run that through July 4th weekend, and then we'll just wait and see. Maybe we'll run it through the month of July as well. I don't know. We kind of just play, take things by,
Well, before we go, we got to talk about pie because I love pie. As much as I love hummus, I love pie.
Yes.
So,
I know that about you.
So you have a delicious apple pie here. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, we have our own in-house bakery where we have probably about 16 different kinds of desserts now, and we feature a dessert at each of our shows. Today we're featuring the apple pie. It's made from scratch, 100% homemade. The apples we use are Granny Smith's, and the crust is made with almond meal and all organic butters and sugars. And we also have a cherry pie, which maybe next segment we'll bring the cherry pie in. But the pies are very popular. All of our desserts are quite popular. A lot of people who are not vegan come in just for dessert because they're so great.
They are great, and they even look beautiful. You've got these
little
different
hearts,
on
yeah.
yeah.
So are you ready to try the pie?
Hey, let me have it.
All right, here goes. How is that?
It's delicious.
Let's see.
I want to see too.
Oh, that tastes pretty good.
Very good.
Well, up until today, it's been a pleasure, Sage and Lily. Thank you for coming on. They won't be back next time, but I'm just kidding, of course. We love having you. We'll be back with more Restaurant Show after the break. Stick around.
Coming up after the break, we're checking in with the Egg and I and some great summer dishes. Welcome back to the Restaurant Show. We're already cooking. We've got the heat going because Steve Dascom is here in the kitchen. We're talking about the Egg and I, and if you haven't been, you're going to want to after this segment because we're going to talk about some tasty treats. Steve, what are we doing today?
Okay, well, I have a pork belly Benedict.
All right.
We make all this stuff right in the store. I mean, we cut up the pork bellies. They are, they get glazed in our oven. We put brown sugar and maple syrup on them. Stick them in the oven for a little while.
Okay.
We make our cornbread.
Look at that cornbread too.
Unfortunately, my greens are melting in this studio
Yeah,
light.
I know we're in the heat. The lights are upon us, but
we have a barbecue hollandaise.
Ooh, a barbecue hollandaise. This is a first for me, this whole thing. I know about eggs Benedict, a breakfast woman, but pork belly Benedict, I have not ever heard of.
It's so good. We just started it yesterday. Word must be getting around. I ran out of these before lunch today.
So they must be good.
I had to re-prep an entire setup.
So yeah, this, you guys are open until what time during the day?
2:30.
2:30. So you guys do obviously a big breakfast and a big lunch, and this one didn't even make it to lunch, so that's pretty good. Brand new. Okay, so this is the pork belly Benedict. So you make your cornbread fresh in-house, and now you're cooking it a second time? Or
We're
just
getting it nice and warmed up and get a little sear on the bottom side there.
All right, I like your style. Okay.
And
Tell me more about
poached my eggs. You might want to recall that we did that on a previous show, so I thought, well, I won't need to show you how to do that one again.
But did you know, in case you missed it, that you can poach an egg in the microwave?
Yes.
This man has taught me a lot of things, but that's one of my big takeaways. So that's exciting. And it looks beautiful. We'll show you in a minute. Talk to me about this hollandaise. Now, I'm used to a hollandaise sauce being like an orangish yellow, but there's an additional ingredient in there, right?
Well, this is just barbecue sauce.
Okay.
It's just a barbecue sauce. We whisk it in. Just a batch would be around a quart or so, and has maybe a cup tops of barbecue in it.
Okay, so just a little.
But you'll taste it. You will definitely taste it.
Well, barbecue's a strong flavor, but it makes perfect sense with the pork belly.
Well, here we go.
And again, look at how picture perfect that is.
Yes.
Even not in your own element, you're still a master of the griddle. Look at that, beauteous piece. I want to just dive into this cornbread, but I know there's more coming, so I won't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the pork belly. Oh, so good. You can't smell it at home, but it's maple glazed, and that's what's giving it such this awesome scent. Smells sweet, but just really good on top of that cornbread. Okay.
So now let's get these eggs.
Okay, so here we get our microwaved poached eggs.
And like I said before, it's not really cheating. I can't do it in the restaurant because for production I would need to have like 20 microwaves.
Right, so we don't microwave the eggs
So
in
it's
the
not the way
restaurant,
we do it in the restaurant, but if we could, we would.
On the restaurant
now I had
show.
these sitting in this hot water too long, so
my
it
gosh,
looks
those
like
are
they
slippery
got
little devils.
a little harder than they were, but they were perfect.
Yes, they were. Okay, so now this is part of, is this a temporary menu? This is summer,
yes,
right?
this is our summer, what is it, Taste of Summer is the thing.
I've got
This one
cheat sheets
runs
over
longer
here.
than most of them. This one's going to run till probably the middle to late August.
Oh,
I forget the
okay.
exact day, but it's going to be like 10
So
weeks.
you better stock up on your pork belly Benedicts.
Let's
It's kind of a
sauce this up a
tongue
little
twister,
bit.
by the way. But that's great. Okay, so a few other things on their summer menu. The kale and quinoa scramble, which sounds great. I love avocado. There's avocado in this one, so that's a really good one. Light, fresh vinaigrette and herbs. A berry cheesecake stuffed French toast.
Yes, which I did last week.
Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, so really good stuff. And that one has a graham cracker, like powdered sugar crumbles on top. Also delicious.
Pardon my reach here.
And then the pork belly Benedict,
Oh, don't do that.
which I'm gonna try for you
It
in
was
just
so
a minute.
perfect. It was almost like a demi-glace.
Oh, it can't all be perfect, Steve. This is the restaurant show. You have to make a mess. It's a rule. And then they've got some really good fresh juices. So a kale cooler, which I've had and is delicious. And now, is this the watermelon refresher here?
Yes, it is.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is so full of good stuff. Watermelon, lime, organic ginger, agave juice, jalapeno.
Wow.
You probably caught that in the back of your throat as you were swallowing.
Yeah, you're right. Right as you were saying it, I got it. Really good, really
And then
good.
it's garnished with a couple of raspberries.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll tell you how this pork belly Benedict is. I don't know how to eat this. I'm a master of making a mess, but
Well,
I
this
guess
one
that's
is
okay.
unavoidable because cornbread, you know, it gets kind of crumbly, so
Right.
it's going to be a mess no matter what.
So just know at home that I'm going to make a mess and I'm okay with it. So again, this might not be a first date menu item,
Right?
but that's okay. Maybe it'll
I
be
don't know.
endearing.
Just because it's a mess, it is fantastic.
Oh my god, that's really good. You know, I would never think to put some of these ingredients together, like barbecue sauce, for example, and cornbread. But it's awesome. Like, it's really, really good. It's got just a little bit of sweet.
Well, the richness of the hollandaise helps to bring that all together.
Yes. So I guess we're done because I'm gonna just keep eating the rest of the segment. No, but anything else you want to share?
Oh,
You
you know
guys-
what? I didn't.
Oh, we need a little garnish. Thank you.
Sorry.
Anything else you want to share? These guys have a fabulous restaurant, locally owned. Steve is the owner.
Yep.
On the Beltline.
We are coming up on our 6th anniversary
Oh,
in
congrats.
September, actually.
That's wonderful. That's a huge milestone because a lot of restaurants in this area, and you know, sometimes you don't make it past a couple of years. 6
No.
years, you're a staple in the community, so that's really wonderful. And it's because of all the great homemade, delicious foods you guys have.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So
You recall when I first started the restaurant show, this is my
this
third
is your
season.
third season.
I had just, with the restaurant, I didn't win anything. All I did was open a restaurant. But my staff and everybody got together and did such a great job. We won the IB Madison Magazine's Executive
Best
Choice for Breakfast.
Yep,
2
I
years
remember.
in a row. This is like our third season with you. It's our
Yeah.
third try at that.
All right. Well, you're gonna get it. I have a feeling. So.
It's things like this that do it, though.
It's all really good. You've got to try the pork belly Benedict over at the Egg and I off the Beltline. And hopefully you stick with us for more restaurant show. Well, you too, Steve. But
Yeah.
you at home, we'll be back in just a minute. When we return, we are talking sandwiches. Slice Deli will be with us next. Welcome back to the restaurant show. There comes a point in every person's week when it's sandwich time.
It is.
Am I right? And that is right now for us. This is the owner of Slice Deli, Kevin Breitfelder. Glad to see you.
Nice to see you again, Jessa.
Okay, so,
Yes.
oh my goodness. First of all, I can't ignore the fact that we have a whole lot of sandwich ingredients on
Wow,
this table.
yeah, good stuff.
What is this? This
So
is
that's
pepperoni?
That's pepperoni.
Oh, it's actually really heavy. Have you ever seen a pepperoni this large? This is my first gigantic pepperoni experience. Okay, and salami. Oh, you could lift weights with this. Is this what you do in your downtime?
Well, yeah, because you have to multitask. No time to go to one of the clubs.
That's right. You have a sandwich and then you work it off. And then you've got a big Black Forest
You're not going
ham.
to try to lift that one?
I'm gonna leave that one over there by you.
because that would be the heavy.
That's the Mac Daddy.
Yeah.
Now the cheese.
cheese,
Now
yeah.
that's about the size of cheese I need in my refrigerator because I go through a lot of cheese.
Cheese eater, well, you are in Wisconsin, so you have to do that. And this was made in Wisconsin, even though it's an Italian. Mild provolone, aged 60 days, but Denmark, Wisconsin. So we have to keep it real there.
Wisconsin. I think that's great. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients. We've done a little mild weightlifting.
Yeah.
What kind of sandwich are we going to make today?
This will be the Italian sandwich. We're going
Okay.
to start with a French roll.
Okay.
Wow, those countries might not like each other after
I
this, but it's
know.
for Italian beef.
This
Italian
is a
beef.
controversial sandwich. Yeah.
World War II was a long time ago. So move on, people. Move
Yeah,
on.
we're moving on. Now you have a ton of bread options too. One of the things I like. I like my options. But this is what we're gonna do for this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we have a nice little hoagie with tons of bread. I like that. And here
yeah.
we're ad-libbing all this. So,
I know.
yeah.
I really don't have any notes except for Kevin's name, which I already knew. So we love ourselves.
Yeah, gotta have some mayonnaise.
I love
on there.
mayonnaise. You know, there's
Do
mayonnaise
it.
lovers and there's mayonnaise haters. I don't understand you haters out there. I love mayonnaise. Actually, I just really love all condiments. So I guess I just don't discriminate.
Put some nice lettuce on there. The iceberg variety, the overlooked, but often, it's used for everything.
It's got a nice crunch.
Yes.
Adds a little, what's the word, roughage to the sandwich?
Gotta have some greens. So some nice tomatoes, some
Those
banana
big fresh
peppers.
Banana
Yeah.
peppers. Is
Now
that a
we're-
popular sandwich item?
Oh, the banana peppers?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
That's
It has just a
interesting.
little bit of a bite to it, but it's not an overpowering pepper.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So we did forget one thing. I forgot one thing. I didn't slice my onion.
Oh, we even said before
Yeah.
we started we had to slice the onion. Let's
So,
do it. Should we
should
try
we?
it? Yeah.
But
let's-
yeah, you'll be
If we
crying
cry-
like it's Lifetime
All right, well,
Network
you
and
decide.
Christmas, and
Yeah,
I'll be like,
yeah. Maybe we'll
my favorite
forgo.
team lost. I mean,
Well, this could be my chance at an Emmy. I could come
well,
up
let's
with
do
some,
it. What the heck? All right, let's see what we can
with
come up
some
with
kind of
here.
plot twist.
These are
Tell me something sad.
red onions, so they're a little sweeter, but
Okay.
I should probably do this right instead of just rushing into it and take this little off.
I
here.
know. We're really kind of
Yeah.
jumping into this whole onion.
It's
thing.
action TV, reality TV. When
I
the tears
know.
start rolling. you
This
know.
will make the blooper reel. I have a feeling. So that's great. So we're gonna slice the onion for you. Now, if you don't know Sliced is on the west side of Madison. What road are you on? Remind me.
We are right on Gammon Road as
Okay.
you exit the Beltline.
Right.
Yeah.
Two things that are noteworthy, other than the fact that it's locally owned, really great food, sandwiches. They do catering, so if you need a party catered, this is a great place to call or stop in. One of the other things that I think you might find interesting, I know I do, is that there's a drive-through. So when you're busy or you don't want to get out of the car, or if you're me and you got the babies in the back and you don't want to carry the car seats, you can just drive through and get a sandwich and actually fresh, made right there, locally owned spot, nice convenient location too.
So I added a little Italian herb dressing on there. You
Okay,
have to
Italian herb dressing.
pop it
All
up
right.
a little bit. All right. Now, this is not actually a cold sandwich, but since we don't have the ovens
We're gonna do
right
it cold
here
here
we're
today.
gonna do it cold here
I'm
today.
flexible with my sandwich temperature, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's a good sandwich cold. It's a great sandwich
Hot, okay.
So we have to.
So if
Have to
I
be
think it's
fair.
good cold, then you'll know what to expect. A great sandwich hot.
And so this is actually this is the exact salami from
Wow.
here and the pepperoni from there. None of this
pretty
stuff is
incredible.
coming in pre-chipped.
Okay, so this is all a labor of love for you back at
Yes,
the store,
exactly.
at the restaurant.
Now, the biggest
can't
challenge
even
of this
close
is
it.
actually, believe it or not, is closing the sandwich because it's a big one.
Okay,
So,
Wow.
I'm gonna give it a little chop there. And normally, I'm not quite as clumsy as that, but
hey, this is all
we're
good
on TV, you know.
Yeah, that's right. If you
typically
do
I'm not
it-
being filmed when we're.
We're not back there watching every move. But if we do it right here on TV, one, it's messy, and two, it's not perfect. So that's what we're shooting for here at the restaurant
Yeah,
show. It needs
reality
to be
TV,
needs
yeah.
to be fun. Okay, so I'll give it a try. I'll break it open. I don't even know. Is this? I might need. Again, not a first date sandwich, but
Right, everyone covered.
I'm so messy, but it's so worth it. It was good. Great sandwich.
All right.
Now I love it cold, so maybe hot. I would love it
Automatically
even
hot when someone buys it, but if they request it, you know, when it's 90 degrees out, maybe cold is the way to go.
I really like it. Okay, what's your favorite sandwich that you make? Do you have a favorite?
You know, I change it all the time because I eat all of it. And if I wouldn't eat it, it's gonna leave the menu. I wouldn't put it on there. But I do like this a lot. I
That's a
do
good
like it
testimony.
hot. The gyro, the smoked brisket, I can't stop. Cuban actually is something we started maybe 6 weeks ago. It's really got a kind of a cult following already. People coming in from 20 miles away saying, I heard you have a good Cuban sandwich. Yes, we do. Gentleman
Okay.
from Puerto Rico is loving it, and it's authentic. Had a translator come in and ask us how we made it. He said, okay, I'll give it a try. So it's
There
good.
you go. And let me give you a little pointer. If you order this sandwich, have a napkin close by, because I forgot and know I'm messy. Oh, and here's another fun thing we'll do. Something funny, I'm not gonna tell you why, but Kevin is wearing a sticker today that says first class. And we're not gonna share with you what it is. You can stop in and ask him why he's wearing a first class sticker if you see him over at Slice Deli. Again, off Gammon Road in the Beltline. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for being so funny today.
I
All right.
appreciate it. We'll be back with more Restaurant Show after the break. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Restaurant Show. I had so much fun checking out all these great local spots. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, reminding you that life is too short to eat average.